What are the keys to parenting?
Uh, Parenting is a lot of trouble. And so as I look in the Bible, I'm not aware of a whole lot. There's a passage in Deuteronomy chapter 6 which has a lot to do with training. And that training has to do when you get up in the morning, when you sit at the table at night, when you walk by the way, or when you go to bed. So it really means just walking with your child through the various situations of life and teaching them how to handle that. I think that in the Bible there's another passage in the New Testament in Ephesians chapter 6, and it says, "Fathers, do not provoke your children, and instead bring them up in the discipline and instruction of the Lord." So I think there's a couple parts to that verse, Ephesians chapter 6, verse 3, and that is, number one, don't provoke your kids, or don't exasperate your kids. And when I think about how we do that, I think the number one way we do that is by being inconsistent or by being hypocritical. We're inconsistent by saying, well, do one thing and then changing your mind doing another thing, or saying don't act like the way I act, but just do what I say, or basically not practicing what we preach. So kids can spot, for example, hypocrisy in their dads quite easily, and I think you just lose your mandate, or you lose your right to parent them when you show that you yourself are a phony. But the other thing I think is training. I think that for parents to let kids decide for themselves is really shirking of responsibility. Now, I'm not talking about being a tiger mom or a tiger dad where your own ego is involved, where you want to remake your child into something that you can gain identity from, or you can gain pride from. I'm not talking about driving these kids into making them what you want them to be. But at the same time, I think they need to be trained. I think they need to be disciplined. I think they need to be held accountable for things. I think they need to be taught what is good manners, what is civility, how to speak to adults, how to be polite, how to treat others like you want to be treated, those kinds of things. And it takes a lot of time, and I think it takes a commitment. But training and teaching are very, very important in parenting.